Hey y'all, welcome back to Tales from the Thicket, where the woods are thick with stories and some shadows are better left unexplored. Tonight, I want to take you somewhere the darkness feels different, a place with a legend that makes even the bravest folks hesitate. I'm Kaylin, and we're headed north out of our usual woods and into a different kind of shadow, the one cast by one of the most infamous haunted places in all of Texas. We're going to talk about the old Alton Bridge, but you probably know it by its other name, Goatman's Bridge. Have you ever been somewhere so quiet you could hear your own heartbeat pounding in your ears, where the air feels heavy, so still you'd swear the trees themselves are holding their breath? Imagine standing alone in the thick, midnight dark woods, staring at a bridge everyone says you should never cross after sunset. That's Old Alton Bridge. This isn't just a bridge, it's a doorway to dread. Built in 1884, it has witnessed more than just travelers. It's steeped in stories, and some say it's a magnet for the unexplainable. They say if you cross its splintered planks at night, you'll hear hoof-like footsteps scrambling behind you, catch a sudden choking scent of decay, and maybe, just maybe, you'll spot two burning red eyes watching from the tangled shadows. But where did this nightmare begin? Is it just a story passed around the campfire? Or did something truly terrible take root here? But before we get to the legend, let's talk about the bridge itself. Old Alton Bridge was once a lifeline connecting the long-abandoned town of Alton to Denton and Copper Canyon. For decades, it was a simple, sturdy crossing for the farmers, families, and wagons, a quiet place of Texas life. But some places, especially those left to the mercy of time, start collecting stories. And the one that found its way to Old Alton Bridge is particularly nasty. The most famous version of the legend takes us back to the 1930s, during the volatile Jim Crow era. There was a black goat farmer named Oscar Washburn, a successful and respected man known locally as the Goatman. Oscar Washburn wasn't just a name. He was a father and a husband, known for his kindness and hard work. But in a time of deep-seated hate, his success could paint a target on your back. The story goes that one night a group of white hooded riders dragged Oscar to the bridge, threw a noose around his neck, and shoved him over the side. But when they looked down into the darkness, his body was gone. The rope hung empty. Enraged, they went to his home and committed an unspeakable act of violence against his family, leaving only ashes behind. From that night forward, the bridge was said to be cursed, haunted by a vengeful spirit. Now, historians will point out the lack of official records for an Oscar Washburn, but a legend this powerful persists for a reason. Hate and tragedy leave a permanent scar, and some scars, well, they fester. The paranormal activity reported on Goatman's Bridge is relentless. This isn't just a feeling of being watched. Visitors report hearing clear, disembodied voices whispering from the woods. They see shadowy figures darting between the trees. Strange lights appear, and the sound of a galloping horse or goat clatters across the planks when nothing is there. And for those brave or foolish enough to tempt fate, there's an old dare whispered among locals. They say if you cross the bridge at night without your headlights, you'll be met by the Goatman himself. Some claim You can even summon him by knocking 3 times on the bridge at midnight. It's the kind of challenge only the boldest ghost hunters or the most reckless teens would try. And it can get physical. People have reported being touched, shoved, or having rocks thrown at them by an unseen force. Cars stall, batteries drain, and an overwhelming sense of dread is known to drive people right off the bridge in panic. There's a thick energy here. You can almost feel it. Over the years, the haunting of Goatman's Bridge has become a cornerstone of Texas ghost lore. It's a pilgrimage spot for ghost hunters and has been featured on shows like Ghost Adventures and BuzzFeed Unsolved. The bridge itself has become a stage where our deepest fears about what lurks in the dark are played out, night after night. I always find myself wondering, where does the truth of history end and the legend begin? And what if the original tragedy was just a seed? And what if decades of fear, of people visiting, expecting to see something terrifying, has been watering that seed? What if it's grown into something new, something powerful that now calls the bridge its home? The thought that a haunting can evolve and our own fear can feed it, that gives me chills. So what's your take on Goatman's Bridge? Is it the restless spirit of a man wronged, or a powerful legend that's taken on a life of its own? Comment your theories down below and let me know if you've gone to Goatman's Bridge and what you experienced. If you ever visit at midnight, well, some folks say it's smart to keep your getaway ready. Oh, before we go, a massive shout out to Dark Knight 1783J, who was the first to spot Ashroot in the last video. Incredible eye! If you enjoyed this story, hit the like button and subscribe. It really helps Tales from the Thicket grow. And don't forget, if you spotted this video's Easter egg, drop the timestamp in the comments and let me know where you saw Ashroot hiding. First one to get it right gets a shout out. Until next time, keep your lanterns close and your courage closer. Keep your lanterns close and your courage closer.